My lovers, Aries Nation and their lovers, welcome to your March 2021 astrological sign update. Now remember, all readings are timeless. Whenever you come across it, it's when you need to hear that message. All right. Now remember, when you're watching these readings for love, you're not just going to watch your sun sign. You're going to watch your sun, moon, Venus, and your rising sign. And then you're going to watch your person's placements in these areas, because when it comes to soul connections, the energies can definitely be flipped or vice versa. And in the case of twins and high-level soulmates, they can definitely be mirrored. So sometimes it's very instructive to watch these readings twice, once for yourself and the other time for your person, because often we're powering through the same issues, just at different levels of consciousness. And don't keep yourself in an astro box, okay? If a title calls to you, that's your guides trying to lead you to a particular message. We are a collective anyway, okay? So most likely all of these readings will add a different dimension or some more nuanced information to your situation. So don't keep yourself in any kind of box. You're a free spirit. You're infinite, okay? So let's have a look at what's going on. So what we do first, we're building a profile of your person. And we're going to start with a message from this person's higher self. All these have been shuffled already. I just give a shuffle on camera. Just for you guys, okay? All right, so let's see. This is my divine counterparts and separation deck. What is the higher self? Ooh. They're recognizing that their love for you is deeper than the ocean, deeper than they thought, okay? I think this person was hanging on to some kind of safety net. They didn't want to get too deep, okay, into the situation. But now they realize they're kind of out of their depth here. They're holding on to you for dear life. But this love, this infinite love, is causing a big transformation for your person, because card number 49 reduces to 13, which is a death card, which is Scorpio, okay? So beautiful, right? They're realizing they have a lot more feelings for you than they thought. They're done in too deep. They're in too deep already, okay? They're in too deep. Let's see their emotional body. And this is not necessarily related to you. We're just building a profile. It's my emotional intelligence deck. Let's see. Ooh, whoa, what was that? They're operating in their shadow self. Or it could be that whatever they're feeling, the emotions that they're feeling, is allowing them to go deep into their shadow and do some serious shadow work. And we're going to pull cards on these. I'm just pulling them out. Let's see what your person's healing. They're in their shadow self, dealing with their shadows, their little inner demons. Okay. Trying to accept that part of them. What are they healing right now? Ooh, under this. Differently able. They feel like they're different in some way. Or restricted in some way. They're different. Betrayal. So it looks like in this person's past. Now it could go right back to childhood if we want to go that far. In their childhood or even in their past relationships, there was some kind of major betrayal that really warped this person's perception of life, relationships, and they have been operating in the shadows ever since. Okay, so we're gonna go deep into these. Let's see what they're experiencing right now on their twin flame or soulmate journey. What are they experiencing right now? What are they experiencing right now on their twin flame or soulmate journey? The throat chakra. Now this is all about authenticity, truth, and expressing that truth and integrity. Okay? It's coming into alignment with your true self. And it's being unafraid to be the real you. Interesting. Let's see what's happening in their family dynamic right now. Now, it could be the family that they grew up in. Or it could be they may have their own family right now. We're going to see what message comes through. And this is the Family Feud deck created by our own soul sister, Tiffany. And it's an amazing that 160 cards. Okay, on point. I'll take 2 from these. We have misuse of spiritual power. So somebody, I'm going to put misuse of spiritual or religious power. And it says the Bible said. But, it is just using some kind of ideology or philosophy to control another person. Okay, to manipulate them into doing what you want them to do. Okay, so you might say, well, the Bible says honor their mother and father, and that means you acquiesce to anything that they say. Or it could be things like for better, for worse, and you know those kinds of things that make you feel guilty, or make you feel bound, or trapped and into doing something that does not align with your true self. And it could be all kinds of little things. People enjoy using holy texts, because it's not just the Bible, using holy texts in order to manipulate others. I mean, most of these, a lot of these holy texts have been interpreted. Let's use the word interpreted in such a way as to exert some kind of societal control. In fact, for a lot of religions, that's why the text was created in the first place, and that's why a lot of the information in the text would have been curated. Okay, because we know, for example, the Bible, as we know that's not the original Bible. Okay, but it's been curated to sometimes forward agenda, a patriarchal agenda, and also agenda of superiority of a particular race and that kind of thing, to hold other people in subjugation. So it's that kind of thing that's coming through. Somebody in this family setup is using spiritual or biblical teachings in order to control their person, and that's one of the sure signs of the narcissistic cult family. Or they might use spiritual teachings like, no, nobody's doing anything to you. You're just low vibrational. That kind of thing, right? You're just low vibrational. It's all your fault, right? And it says here, what happened at the funeral? Okay, well, drama always happened at the funeral. It's always drama. One. And two, funerals have a way of bringing out the best and the worst in people. All the family secrets come out at the funeral, right? So we're going to see what that is all about. And we're going to get a message from a person's 3D self. For example, like at funerals, oh my God, that's when all the children that people didn't know about pop up in the Caribbean. Oh my God. And everybody's other family. It's not a joke, it's quite traumatic, but anyway. It says, somehow you always know when to reach out to me. You always know how I'm feeling and just what to say and how to help me. You feel the words that I don't say to you, and I wish that I could tell you how I truly feel. So this person's recognizing, listen, this is an intuitive connection. Okay, there's no other way to explain these so-called coincidences that have been happening in this connection. So this person knows that there's some kind of higher love going on here. They do know, but they don't want, what I get here as well, they don't want to open up to the whole truth of it so soon. There's still a resistance, like they feel like they're gonna drown. They feel like they're going to drown, like they're going to lose themselves or something. So they don't want to give into the magic of this. All right, so let's start deconstructing these cards, and let's see what's the message. Right, so my love for you is deeper than the ocean. So they want you to know they love you a whole lot more than they thought they could ever imagine loving someone. It's infinite, okay? I think this person, they may have judged you in the past, okay? Past judgment of you. Maybe they even thought that things between you guys could never ever work. Okay, they were just so unawakened and their heart was closed. Okay, yeah, because they're accustomed to love being drama. That's what I heard. They're accustomed to love being drama, and there might have been other people interfering in this connection as well. With that 5 of Wands. And that's why they didn't invest in it in the past. They just felt like it just couldn't work. They were very concerned about as well. They were very concerned about what other people would think about this whole copulation between you guys. But this just stems from their own wounding and their own people-pleasing habits and that need to fit in. It was never about you. And maybe they even walked away from you or rejected you, and maybe you took that personally. But Spirit is letting you know today it had nothing to do with you. This is your person and their own judgment or worldview. And that's of course informed by their past betrayal, pain, and how they were raised. Okay? How are they feeling? Well, right now they're in their shadow self. What's that about? We have 6 of Wands reverse. Right, they're going through an ego death. So somebody here is in dark night of the soul. They're going through this ego death here that's forcing them to look at their insecurities, to look at their pain, to look at the relationships where they might have been the overgiver, or the relationships where they would have been out of balance. Okay, and this is really pushing your person forward on their path. It's this shadow work. Yeah, they're dealing with this past betrayal and pain that's been informing their worldview. They're moving on from that. 8 of Wands. They're moving on from that. This person has been so hurt and been dwelling in this hurt for such a long time. Look, the Star card in reverse. They may have even lost all hope in love. And that's why another reason why they didn't open up their heart to you either. But now they're rebuilding themselves. I think you've inspired this person that love does truly exist. I think it's still going to be a slow process, but gradually it looks like this person is believing, you know what, this shit can be real. This shit can be real. Now we have a throat chakra activation. That's what's happening. Let's see what's happening here. All right. So for some of them, they're with a karmic energy. Now, this could be an intimate partner. This could be a caregiver or parental figure. I feel for some of you guys a parental figure, especially what I said about, misuse of the Bible and that kind of thing. Okay, it could be a parental figure. But this person is a person that's responsible, or rather, the person that's triggering your person really moving towards their own truth and triggering your person to speak their truth. That's what this person's doing right now. Because Queen of Cups is very manipulative. Okay? Very manipulative personality. Okay? The guilt trips and all that, that's their bag. That's their bag. But your person's speaking out against that. Okay? I think they had your person confused for a long time. And your person didn't know which way to go. But now they are realizing that they have to be a little more mature than this Queen of Cups reverse that they're dealing with. Your person stepping into self-mastery. Now, we have misuse of spiritual or religious power here. Let's see what that's all about. We have the 2 of Wands in reverse. And the 2 of Wands reverse goes to the Ace of Wands. So your person's tired. They're tired of being manipulated. They're tired of being guilt-tripped. They're tired of being bound by ideologies that no longer resonate with who they are. So they're standing in their own power and getting their own divine guidance. Okay? Their own discernment. That's what I'm getting. Their own discernment. And all the things that don't serve them and all the things that don't resonate with who they have always been, it's falling away. It's falling away. There's this Tower moment that's happening. All these things are falling away. Now, there may have been something that began or something significant about 2020. It looks like whatever it is, it's all crumbling apart. And your person's turning into the Emperor. Yeah, they're leaving all that childish behavior behind. 2020 reduced to 4. That's the Emperor. So that's them standing in their power. Standing in their power. So they're no longer going to be bound by all this guilt tripping. They're standing in their power. And whatever has to fall away, they're allowing it to fall. Now, they're talking about what happened at the funeral. So to me, that's an allusion to some kind of drama. Let's see, what's this? All right, they're talking about a karmic personality here. All right, what about this karmic personality? Because that's Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What about this karmic personality? Okay, it looks like there's some kind of breakup that's happening here. Now, 10 of Pentacles in reverse is my breakup card. It is my divorce card, but it is also my dysfunctional family card. So it looked like somebody really played up. So there could have been a funeral or there was some kind of family gathering. And it looks like this person really showed their ass. That's what it's like. This karmic person, and it could be karmic family members, really started playing up and your person had to defend themselves. So I'm getting there was some kind of family gathering, some kind of family occasion. And it looks like drama broke out right there, right then and there. And your person had to defend themselves. And this is what really helped your person make up their mind as to what they wanted to do. This is what helped them make them see that it needed to release this toxic situation. Because I'm getting it was very, very public. Whatever it was very, very public. Everybody saw. And your person's like, nah, I can't deal with this dysfunction. I'm out of here. So some kind of public embarrassment. Ooh, what was that? Some kind of public embarrassment. Yeah, and your person had to be Queen of Swords. They spoke their truth. They had to. Now, they're recognizing that there's something intuitive about this connection. Because you always know. You know how they feel. They don't have to talk to you. Okay? Just how I was saying, they don't have to talk to you. And maybe they're taking that for granted as well. Okay? Because there's all this 5D stuff that's happening. They feel like they don't have to reach out in the 3D. I think this person, they're still resolving this yeah, there's still this karmic that's going on here. Queen of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Cups, manipulative, Queen of Pentacles, the gold digger. They're still dealing with that, but they have decided not to give not one pentacle to that karmic relationship anymore. Yeah. I think this person's experiencing a lot of inner conflict because that karmic situation is some kind of comfort zone. They've been staying safe there. But with everything that's been happening and all the upheaval and all the lies that this karmic has been telling, this is what's pushing your person to stand in their power and come towards you. Look you here, Aries. So your person's facing this choice. Do they stay in this comfort zone here that they've gotten accustomed to, but as toxic as F? Or they finally follow their heart and move towards you? And this intuitive love that they feel. This love that is deeper than the ocean. That's where they're at. All right, let's go into the tarot and let's look at their heart space energy for you. So somebody's been manipulating your person and they're not having it anymore. They're standing up for themselves. They're not having it. Let's look at their heart space energy for you, Aries. Their lovers, whoever's watching. And we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, your person's healing their heart. And the more they heal their heart, the more that they know that they have to release this third-party situation. All right, so let's have a look. When they think about you and they think about this connection, Aries, where is their heart at? What do they feel for you? All right, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. That's Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. We have the 5 of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And we have the 6 of Cups reverse. Okay. So what's going on here is that there's this big shift that's happening for your person. A big recognition of this love and what they may have thrown away. Okay, what they may have thrown away. They're also recognizing that this is their past experiences, including some kind of dysfunction in childhood that made them shy away from this love in the first place. Okay? Now this person is grieving. There's a lot of regret. There's a lot of shame as to how they acted in the past. They may have been quite a frog, right? They might have been quite a frog, okay? Keeping their distance from you. And you were there chasing them and they were like, nah. I'm just going to stay here on my lily pad being alone, because if I'm alone, then nobody can hurt me. So they're really regretting the way that they really put up some walls and some barriers against you guys in the past. They're now recognizing you as the one that's destined for them. And this is helping them release a lot of the barriers in their mind that they were using to keep you out. Because we have this 8 of Swords here. And 8 of Swords, it's in reverse. 8 of Swords, when it's upright, it talks about being trapped in your programming, being trapped in what you think should happen and what things should look like and what your partner should be and what they should believe. Okay? These are the things that your caregivers would have told you about relationships and about life and who you are. And it kind of keeps you trapped and bound. But this person's releasing themselves from that and opening up their consciousness, expanding their consciousness. And you know what? Maybe my partner isn't who I thought they should be. Maybe they don't have to believe the things that I think, that I believe. Maybe they don't look the way that I thought they would look. Maybe they're perfect in their imperfection. That's what your person's realizing now. So I get a lot of regret about how they treated you in the past. But don't take it personally. They were just protecting their heart. That's all. How are you blocking this connection, Aries or their lovers? Whoever's watching. How are you blocking the connection? Because we're going to focus on our circle of control. We don't have control over anybody else. How are you blocking this connection right now? We have the 2 of Swords in reverse. Spirit is asking you to make a choice. Because the 2 of Swords reverse goes to the Ace of Swords. Spirit is saying you need to make a choice. You need to get some mental clarity as to what you really want. And you have to speak your truth. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. You've been holding, for some of you guys, you've been holding back your truth because you're afraid of what people will think or what this person would think or if they would leave you, which is kind of like the same thing that your person was doing all this time, right? People pleasing, keeping their truth inside. Spirit saying, no, you got to speak it. There's so many things that have been left unsaid. How are you blocking this connection? And Spirit is also asking you to see things clearly. See the truth of what is. And if this person isn't appreciating you or reciprocating in this connection, because remember, everything has to have this equal energetic give and take, then you know what to do. It's time to roll out, right? How are you blocking this connection? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, there might be a third party here, or you might be focusing a bit too much on work because you might be operating in poverty consciousness. So there's some kind of workaholism here that you're using not to face the emotions in this relationship. There is that. But it could also be that you might be still holding on to a connection where this person isn't ready right now to cooperate with you. And if they aren't, then you know it's a love yourself and walk away for now situation. Because as long as you stay in that, it's just going to stay in a stalemate energy. How are you blocking this connection, Aries? Whoever's watching. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, Spirit is asking you, make a choice. It's the same thing as this one. Make a choice. Just make a choice. And that's been a message that's been coming through for the collective. Make a choice. Any choice. No choice is the wrong choice. Make a choice. Stop going back and forth in your mind because you're going to confuse the universe. Remember, we manifest from our thoughts and feelings. So if your thoughts and feelings are shifting from day to day with all that push and pull energy, you don't even know what, you're not going to manifest anything. It's just going to be a stalemate. How are you blocking this connection? We have the Emperor in reverse. Right, you're not standing in your power. You're giving your power away to this person. Waiting on this person to make up their mind. Waiting on this person to make a choice. Spirit saying, no. You take control of your life, Aries. You have to stand in your power. So based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be this person's actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have the Star, Aquarius. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. Yes, the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Three of Swords reversed. And we have the Ten of Swords reversed. All right, let me just clarify a couple things. Let's see this Ace of Swords reversed. And that moves to the Ace of Cups. Okay, and Four of Pentacles. And then let's see the Ten of Swords reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed. And the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands reversed goes to the Ace of Wands. Okay, so I'm getting, at first it's going to be slow going. This person's still going to be ruminating in some kind of toxic connection here. But eventually, they are going to do so much healing and enough healing to pull themselves out of that and to release what does not serve them. And for some of them, it looks like a toxic relationship. Yeah, look at the release of the third party here with this Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, I think at first, as I said, they're not going to be speaking their truth, and then bam, it looks like they're just going to have this burst of energy, this burst of inspiration, and that's going to signal this new beginning and them standing in their power. So the beginning of March, don't expect anything big from this person. They're still going to be ruminating and thinking, okay? But coming down nearer to the end of March, it looks like it's going to be a lot of decision making and decision time for your person. What is the advice for you? What is the advice for your highest good? What's the advice? The advice is releasing allegiances, and it's a card number 10, so that's closing off a cycle. But it is very much like what your person is doing. And that's what I was telling you about, you guys mirroring yourself. I think you guys have been, both of you guys have been bound and trapped in programming, bound and trapped in toxic relationships. Okay, same cycle over and over again. Okay, but Spirit is saying this is time to release any kind of programming, releasing any kind of blind allegiances, and to really figure out who you are and what you want to align yourself to and what you want to believe. Let's see, it's a card number 10. Releasing allegiances. It is time to hold on to yourself and let go of another. So this is a love yourself first kind of thing going on, right? It is time to hold on to yourself and let go of another, even if it's just for a time. You have gained all that was meant to be from that connection, at least for now. You have given and you have received. The need to let go does not deny the value of what has been acquired. It is more that the time has come for greater productivity, creativity, abundance, and unconsciousness in your life. You have completed many cycles in the vibrational frequency of consciousness that you're now being asked to release. So you have completed a lot of cycles in a kind of codependent, maybe low vibrational energy, and they're asking you to release that. You have been in that vibrational frequency for some time now. You have earned the right to step out of that frequency, out of the habits, relationships, and the possibilities that are limited to that outmoded frequency. It is now to expand into higher frequencies of experience that will bring enhanced love, empowerment, and peace into your life. So Spirit is asking you to be the leader in that. That's why they told you to step into your power. Ask you to be the leader. Your energy is going to help pull your person as well out of that. If they want to stay in that, let them go ahead. But you pull yourself out of that, and that changes the dynamics of the relationship. You will take the wisdom of what you've learned with you into something new. New connections, new relationships, new life experiences at a higher turn of the spiral of life. But first, you have to deal with you. Trust that you can step into solitude for a time without being consumed by loneliness. It is time to reconnect with yourself. So Spirit is saying right now, they're asking you to retreat, to go on that hermit's journey and find out who you really are. To really deconstruct the experience and the wisdom that you would have gained from being in these karmic energies, because that's what it feels like. It feels like karmic energies where you're learning all these lessons, right? It's time to integrate whatever wisdom you've gotten there and give this person that space, that energetic space that they need to come to their own realizations and their own truths. It says it is time for self-love, for paying attention to yourself, for nurturing, holding, and being with you. It doesn't necessarily mean you can't love another. It just means that you need to turn your attention inwards for a time, for some quality time with you. You will emerge renewed, refreshed, and clear about your journey and your relationship as a result of this. If you've been contemplating a change in lifestyle, enrolling in a class or joining a group or starting a project or setting aside time to focus on your inner work, then this oracle comes as a confirmation that those things will be supportive, healthy, and helpful for you. This oracle also comes with particular guidance. There's a situation that has recently arisen or will arise soon where you will need to back yourself. Don't be put upon or hoodwinked into backing down by the emotional reactions of others. Stand your ground and stay aligned with what you know to be true. No matter how wonderful something seems logically or on the surface, if it doesn't feel right for you, then it's not for you at this time. Perhaps it will change and it will be right for you later. Perhaps you will step away and release and realize with relief that you had a lucky escape from a situation that would have ended up unnecessarily costing you. Either way, backing yourself and not giving in to the opinion of another, no matter how highly you have rated that opinion in the past, is important. It is highly likely that you are breaking with tradition, with a role model or belief system that you have outgrown. You must be there for yourself because you are doing well. You are on the right path and you are growing. Well done, Aries, or whoever is watching this. Okay, time to do you. All right, my loves, that was your reading. I hope that helped you. Take care. Bye.